Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link.
Good morning. How are you? It's Wednesday. It's time for your doctor-recommended daily dose of dork with me, Danny. How are you? Did you have a good night? I wasn't feeling so great yesterday. My tummy was really bothering me. It was not fun. But I did get a lot of writing done in the Supergirl breakdown, and I started rewatching The Magicians again. I loved that show. I really did. I feel like we just moved on from it way too fast. There's a hair. There. Got it. Hi. Did you hit the like button? Did you hit subscribe if you're... Dude, we are over 7,500 subscribers now. Is that not wild? And for those of you desperately waiting for the giveaway we're doing, by the way, for those of you who somehow don't know, if you're new, welcome. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. We are doing a giveaway, a huge giveaway. Once we hit 3,000 watch hours, because believe it or not, I'm not monetized. I'm almost 8,000 subscribers. I'm not monetized. But once we hit 3,000 subscribers, we are doing a huge giveaway. A lucky, randomly selected subscriber will win a custom designed comics and hoodie, and courtesy of CJack Productions, a $50 gift card to Amazon. And we are only 100 hours away now. 100 hours away from the giveaway. So keep your playlists going on those browsers. We're almost there. We are almost there. I really want to get there before the end of September, when I have to get to Oklahoma City, which is going to be expensive, to get my new prosthetic leg. So I'll be off for that week. So I just hope we get there. Anyway, before we yell good morning and everyone, just double check. Okay, make sure you hit the like button. And good morning, Nerdling Deranged Lunatic. Good morning, Marvel Stalker 98. Good morning. Yes, we started at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning. I'm so sorry. I just got into it and forgot myself. Buenos dias, Fernando. Good morning, Flavio. Good morning, Nerdling First Class and contributing producer, Keto. Good morning, Power Animals. Good morning, Jaden. Where's the chair video? Good question. That's a really good question. I've got Marvel's YouTube channel pulled up. So far, there's no live scheduled. I don't know if they're just going to be like, ta-da, we're live, or if they're not going to do it live. I don't know. I have no idea. We have no time really anywhere. It's just been kind of this big rumor that there's this big announcement coming today. But I've got their page pulled up, okay? So I can keep an eye on it. We're going to keep an eye on it, see what happens. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, guys. We're going to dive into it. There's not like a whole bunch going on. It's been a really slow news week. It really has. Good morning, Omari. I love Alien Earth. I do. I really love Alien Earth. And as you know, Omari, I discovered that Sydney Chandler is actually Kyle Chandler's daughter. Sydney Chandler, of course, the lead in Alien Earth. Kyle Chandler, of course, Hal Jordan in Lanterns. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All we know is that there's some announcement coming out today. I don't know what time. I don't know if it's going to be on the YouTube channel again and be 8 hours again of chairs. Like, did you get a new living room set that you want to show off? Maybe some side tables to go with the chairs. I don't know. All we know is that there's supposed to be a second half of that announcement sometime today. So alrighty, let's dive into it. We've got a couple headlines. Like I said, I've got the Marvel page pulled up and a separate window of Twitter pulled up, because we know Twitter will go absolutely insane once it hits. So let's dig in. Let's dig in. I'm going to pull this over here so I can see it. So for those of you who haven't seen it, this was just announced that Jackie Chan's stunt team is working on Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's crazy. His action team is in charge of action guidance. So basically, Jackie Chan is choreographing Spider-Man Brand New Day, or at least his action team, his stunt team. So that's really good news. I mean, if there's one thing you can count on Jackie Chan for, it's excellent fight scenes. I mean, the man's been doing it like a million years. Isn't he like 80 years old now? Every time I see how old Jackie Chan is, I'm always surprised. Let's look it up. How old is Jackie Chan? 71. He's 71. And did you see that crazy thing where he found out his last name? He wasn't born with the last name Chan. His dad was a Chinese spy. He was a spy for the party. And then he got out of it and he changed their names. Like, it's wild. Jackie Chan had a wild, wild life. Impressive dude. So anyway, his stunt team, his choreography, his action choreographical, I don't know all the fancy words. Stunt choreographers, action choreographers, they're the ones in charge of the stunts in action for Spider-Man Brand New Day, which tells me that we're definitely going to get our more street level action. We are going to have like a lot of villains in this movie. Yes, I know Spider-Man in the comics and the cartoons and everything frequently is pitted against multiple villains. Hello, Sinister Six. I'm aware. My issue has been that the MCU hasn't exactly been on its A game for a while now. And are they going to be able to manage that kind of workload, that many moving parts? I mean, we all know it can be very difficult. Hello, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. I think it can go bad. It can go bad. It can be amazing, but it could go bad. Good morning, Loki! Loki says, Spidey and Punisher doing kung fu after battling in a tank? No. He's just good at choreography. That's the word. He's good at Why can't I say this word? He's good at choreographing fight scenes. That's what I was trying to say. Good morning, geeky nerd. Is it coming today? That's what we're hearing. I've got everything pulled up so I can catch it. Power Animal says the last two movies were top tier MCU. I will say I did like Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four did feel more like phase one in a sense. Thunderbolts more so. But I wouldn't say that they're like the best Marvel's ever done. I mean, not to sound cliche, but damn, it's really hard to top Infinity War and Endgame. And Iron Man 1, man, good Lord. Those were amazing. But they showed promise. The problem is they've broken so much trust with the audience. They've ran off the general audience with all the homework and the convoluted, messy mess that it's going to be difficult to get them back. That bubble has burst and now they have to work to get the audience back. So Good morning, Travis Mitchell. It is going. We are patiently waiting for Chair Watch 2025 Part 2. If it happens. If it happens. All right, so that's what we have. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Jackie Chan choreographing Spider-Man Brand New Day, or at least his fight team, leave it in the chat below. We are, of course, running through some headlines while we wait for an announcement from Marvel. Again, if this ends up being another 6 to 8 hours of furniture, I'm going to write such a letter. Like, such a letter. Good morning, Kitala! Okay, I already said good morning to you. I'm just going to read what you said. How about that? I'd rather Jackie Chan work on choreographing Rush Hour 4. Oh, man. Good morning, Music City Soul. All right, guys. What else we got? Yes. Speaking of the last two Marvel films, Thunderbolts is now available on Disney Plus. Do I have the wrong banner up? I think I do. Yeah. I mean, it's not out as quickly as Superman came out on digital. Like, that was 1 month in theaters before it hit. But still, I do miss the days where they encouraged that FOMO, like, you got to go see this in the theaters now because you're not going to be able to see it again for like 9 months to a year. So if you don't go see it now, you're going to really miss out. They've totally stripped that away, right? Now, as long as you have a streaming subscription, you can watch it relatively soon from the comfort of your own home on a platform you're already paying for. So Travis says, I'd pay to hear U2's Beautiful Day at some point in Spider-Man 4. That's actually a good song. I'll take it. But is it called Thunderbolts on Disney Plus or the New Avengers? Someone look that up. I don't have Disney Plus at the moment, I don't think. Wait, let me go. I'll just check real quick. Let's see if I still have it. I don't remember. I thought I paused it or something. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello there. I think that was my email. I have so many emails. I really do. So many emails for so many different reasons. All right. We're about to find out. Oh, nope. I don't have my Disney Plus subscription right now. So someone look that up and tell me. Good morning, Victor Von Doom. Okay, Kino says the poster for Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers, has been released. Well, does it say the New Avengers on it or Thunderbolts? I want to know what it says in Disney Plus. Everyone let me know. But either way, if you want to watch it, it's on Disney Plus. Okay, so it says both? That's super weird. Let's see. What is Thunderbolts? That's not how you spell that. Listed as on Disney Plus. Thunderbolts or New Avengers. It's listed as Thunderbolts with an asterisk in the title, but it's referred to as New Avengers. So on Disney Plus, it's Thunderbolts. Good morning, mysterious man. What's clickbait? Here? No, we're waiting for that announcement. We're just talking about other headlines while we wait for Marvel to drop something. Good morning, Licks. We do not know what time. We have looked everywhere. We don't know what time it starts, but we are here patiently waiting. I have Marvel's page pulled up on YouTube, and I've got Twitter pulled up in 2 different places to see if it pops up while we're here. And we're going to talk about it. Either way, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, the internet's held hostage by Disney Marvel at the moment. Just like 5 months ago, where we were stuck in front of empty chairs for how long was it? I feel like it was like 7 hours of them just sitting chairs out. I remember falling asleep. Logie says, I hope they announce it. Breeze coming back just to annoy the maximum amount of people. I just hope they got like tables this time. Or maybe a credenza, you know? Good morning, FX Star-Lord. I wake up and everyone is talking about the chairs. LOL. Chills? Chills? We're just wanting to know what's going to happen, man. Okay, so, anywho, Thunderbolts on Disney Plus. As of today, it is listed as Thunderbolts. So, if you want to go watch it, there you go. It's on Disney Plus. Already. Everything goes to Disney Plus. Just streaming so quickly. Oh, Chills is in. You're excited. Okay, gotcha. Goosebumps. Travis says, I speculate the movie ends with Franklin resurrecting the Celestial in the Earth. The heroes being sent to Battle World, watching as 616 is destroyed. Oh, man. I'd watch that. I'd watch that hard. I'm thinking about doing a breakdown about Franklin because not a lot of people know much about him. He is super OP. And I've said several times that it was just too easy to fix things with Franklin. So they had to retire him for a while. But I always think of him like Dr. Manhattan. So I think I'm going to do a breakdown after Supergirl. Yes, we are. Hold on. That's right, Jaden. That was one of the other headlines we're talking about. Jake Schreier confirms he's already working on the new X-Men movie. Now, I think that it's already been cast, that they've already cast people, at least some of them, and we just don't know about it yet. I have a very strong suspicion that maybe Patrick Schwarzenegger is Cyclops. What do you guys think? I think that might be it. The name change gimmick is so lame. I get what he was trying to do, but also at the same time, it felt like we got to get people back. So do something flashy. And it didn't really have the effect he was hoping, not across the board. But that's a really good plot, Travis. I love that. You're cooking. Good morning, Penny. Do I sound really funny? What if I talk real lot faster? I don't even know what to say. Travis says, then Secret Wars could end with Franklin restoring Star-Lord's celestial powers. Like Ego, Star-Lord rebuilds the Earth around himself. So 616 goes on, possibly resetting. Won't happen, though. He would make, like, David Hasselhoff and Kevin Bacon like the world's biggest superstars. It would be a very crazy, very Gen X Earth. I'd be okay with that. Logie says, isn't that just how DC Rebirth started with Dr. Well, what I say, Franklin Richards is basically Dr. Manhattan. So there you go. Dacre Montgomery as Wolverine. I still want Daniel Radcliffe. What about Henry Cavill? I mean, we've seen the Cavalrine. He looked amazing. I mean, he's entirely too tall and handsome, but he looked great. And it would make so many Snyder nerds so happy. Austin Butler would be perfect as young Gambit. Oh my God. Travis, you might be an MCU genius. That is a great casting. I have so much love for Gambit. You just don't even know. You just don't even know. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Good morning, Logan Stacy. We need Jonathan Majors back as Kang as the main big bad for the multiverse saga, not RDJ's Doctor Doom. The problem is the Kang stuff didn't sell great, and it had nothing to do with Majors or Majors' abilities. I think he's a fantastic actor. He's phenomenal. I mean, definitely watch Lovecraft Country if you have any questions about that. But they just weren't, doing it right. Good morning. Is it Kick Knowledge Smith? Good morning. We need younger actors. Austin Butler would fit that description right there. Jason Momoa is Sabretooth. He's busy right now, living his dream life. Boning Adria Arjona and playing Lobo. Good morning, Tim. I'm just going to call you Tim. I really need Famke Janssen and Halle Berry in Doomsday. Well, do I have good news for you? Because they are. According to Chris Claremont, they are. So, there's that. I have a lot of faith in Jake Schreier's. Is it Schreier or Schreier? It's one of those difficult names. Anyway, I have a lot of faith in his ability to pull this off. He did great with Thunderbolts, I think. He can do an ensemble. What do you guys think? What do you think? I think Margaret Qualley is Rogue also. By the way, throwing that out there. Margaret Qualley is Rogue. Austin Butler as Gambit. That would be good, but I don't know anything about him being cast that yet. Patrick Schwarzenegger as Cyclops. Just give me a good interpretation of Cyclops in live action. For once, please, for the love of God. He's not a weenie. He's not a lovesick puppy. He's closer to like Captain America's personality than anything. Like, come on. Let's go. Kino says he didn't watch Thunderbolts because of trust issues, and I don't know or care about the characters because homework factor. You don't need just watch it. Trust me. Just watch it. I mean, honestly, Lewis Pullman, that's his movie, man. He is so good. He is so good in that movie. Lewis Pullman and Florence Pugh. Fantastic. Just fantastic. So good. Anyway, I love X-Men, especially Chris Claremont's X-Men. I mean, is there really any other? Anyway, and I think Jake Schreier is a good call for this. And I want Jodie Turner-Smith as Storm. I just really do. I want her as Storm. There's always homework in the MCU. I think the problem they've had, though, is it got too much. And the general audience was like, I don't care about this other stuff. It got too much for them, and it ran them off. So they need to find a way to bring them back. Something that the general audience can enjoy without having to watch like 75 other projects to get there. So, good morning, Trigger Woods. I'm so glad you do. Welcome. I am not them. I am my own person. But thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. All right, guys. You have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Jake Schreier starting the X-Men project? Leave it in the chat below. Except she's not. She's Black Cat. That was the other thing I had. I got to find it. The rumor is she's Black Cat. And that was something I was kicking around a while back. I even had a picture. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can find it. It would be too hard for me to dig for it. But I think she's Black Cat in Brand New Day. That is my guess. I think this is correct. I mean, this is from Culture Base, and it flat out says rumor, and they don't have a source. Probably they're protecting something. That's just a guess. But what do you think? Sadie Sink is Black Cat? I mean, she's a good actress. I love her in Stranger Things. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he is an amazing actor. I will give you that. I have loved him since he was on Third Rock from the Sun when I was a kid. He'd be a good Hank McCoy. What do you think? I mean, he could really play anything. He's a really, really good actor. Kick says, I think many are casting her based on hair color. I think Gwen or Black Cat. Yeah. I'm with you. I think she'd be great. I think she can do physical stuff. And we've never had Black Cat in live action before. And if the MCU wants to reinvigorate itself, it needs to stop doing that same old, same old. It needs to bring in something new. Something that would make people feel like, oh my God, I have to see this because there's something in it they haven't done before. Like, come on. Kelsey Grammer's the only Hank we need. Yeah, but if we're doing new X-Men, they have to use new people. I think it would be absolutely great if they really, really went different directions, using unknown or not big name actors. Let them work too. I mean, seriously, there are so many actors out there, and we're just using the same 5 over and over again. Pedro Pascal is just one man, okay? He's just one man. You've got him doing like a billion different things for Disney alone. And Travis says he was thinking the same thing. Hank McCoy, look at that, Travis. We just became best friends. Good morning, Dom Riley, Timothy Chalamet as Cyclops. The skinniest Cyclops ever. And Zendaya is Rogue. And Pedro Pascal is Professor X. Oh man, that would be absolutely hilarious. They should do something to actually make a meta joke about Pedro Pascal and everything. I don't think honestly, that is a possibility. It is. It is a possibility. Because when I spoke to Bo DeMaio about all of this stuff, and the interview is still up on the channel, they were wanting to connect that world to the live action world. So that is a very real possibility. That could happen. Charlie Day is Morph. Maria, you're onto something. You might be onto something. That's crazy. I could see Charlie Day as Morph. Suzuko, the cast announcement was a rumor. Yep, that's what we were talking about. But if it happens, we are here for another 30 minutes, and I've got all the stuff pulled up, ready to go, just in case. So, hold on. Let's see what else we got. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Sadie Sink playing Black Cat, leave it in the chat below. We are going to move on to another headline. Let's see what else we got here. And good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. Good morning. All right, guys. So, any Nightrider fans? Like, speaking of David Hasselhoff, the Hoff, they are working on a Nightrider movie. Nightrider movie. And it's coming from the Cobra Kai creators, John Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Heald. They're writing the script with David Leitch producing the film. Like, oh yeah? How do we feel about this? Never was a fan of the Hoff. What? I loved this show when I was a kid. I think if I remember correctly, I had a kit car, like a Nightrider car, and you press buttons and he would talk. Yeah, they had a series they did like 2006, 2007. It was not good. It was not good. It was on NBC. That was when they did the Bionic Woman too. They did Bionic Woman, Nightrider. And that was around the same time they were doing Battlestar Galactica on Sci-Fi. And NBC owned all of that. So NBC was like rebooting everything back in the day. Bryan Cranston is the voice of Kit. I'm telling you, you are really good at this. That would be awesome. Bryan Cranston is Kit. I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I liked Nightrider. Now the music's stuck in my head. I can't do it very well, but you get it. You get it. Liam Neeson is the voice of Kit. Ha! Loki says, oddly enough, the only 80s revive that did well was Hawaii Five-0. I've never watched it. Good morning, Agent VIP. We have no idea. We have no idea when. It was a rumor, but I've got their YouTube pulled up. Let me refresh again. And nothing. And I've got Twitter pulled up. Oh, look at that. My desktop Twitter is yet again not working properly. It works fine on my phone, but not so great on my desktop. But so far, nothing. Yeah, we really do have talking cars now. So is it going to be a Tesla Cybertruck? But Gilbert Godfrey was still alive. He would make a great voice for Kit. Ha! Agent VIP. They'll be leaving us wondering for the next 7 hours this time. Probably. Good morning, Neeland Adams. If I don't see Hugh Jackman, I'm crashing out. Oh, he's going to be there. He's going to be there. Good morning, Jalen. Good morning. Again, it's been a rumor for some time that there would be a further announcement about Avengers Doomsday Cast today. We are sitting around waiting to see if it happens. I have the YouTube pulled up. I have the Twitter pulled up, waiting to see if anything happens while we're still streaming. So last time we went several hours with just chairs. We'll see what happens. Zac Efron is Nightrider. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take some Zac Efron. That's what I'm wondering. Did they get a credenza? Maybe a Schiffer robe? Nice walk-in closet. New rug. I mean, it's an empty soundstage. A rug would really pull the room together. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about a Nightrider movie, leave it in the comments below. We are going to move on to another headline while we wait to see if Chair Watch 2025 Part 2 kicks in. Good morning, Robert. I'm already knowing we're not getting it today. We're still having fun though, right? We're still having fun. Put on your fun faces. All right, guys. Is Nightrider an action movie? It better be. Dude, I just had an idea. Ryan Gosling is Christopher Knight. He would be great. Okay, moving on. Chloe Zhao, the director, is it Zhao? Okay. Chloe Zhao, she was the director of Eternals. She's now working on the Buffy the Vampire Slayer sequel. Very excited about that. Obviously, I didn't get a role, so, but I sent in my tape, whatever. Chloe Zhao says Eternals had an unlimited amount of money and resources, unlimited power. Eternals didn't have a lot of limitations, and that is actually quite dangerous. And this is coming from Chloe Zhao's interview with Vanity Fair. So she could do whatever she wanted. Why did the film not do better then? Was it too much? Is it a case where she didn't have anyone saying, let's slow this down a bit? That train is really running away with you. Was Angelina really the best casting idea for Thena? Was it? See, that's where you and I are kind of apart on this. I liked Fall Guy. I've watched it a couple times. I liked it. I did. I didn't think Eternals was that bad. And it gave us the only appearance as Mahershala Ali as Blade. A disembodied voice. We got Kit Harington. I didn't think it was that bad. So what was the problem? They didn't have limitations, and that was quite dangerous, she says. See if I can find the rest of I cannot. It won't let me see the rest of the article because they want a subscription and I'm not paying for it. Yeah. Maybe Chloe was just the wrong hire. Maybe you're right. Maybe she wasn't the right choice for that film. I mean, you had unlimited money, unlimited resources, and it doesn't seem like she had a bunch of studio executives on her ass. So what was the problem? What was the problem? Dom says it was boring and pointless. Travis says, I think the Eternals could replace the Beyonders in the Secret War story, Doom taking their powers. We've been told, though, pardon me, that they're not coming back, that the Celestials are not coming back. Oh, well. I didn't have that big of a problem with that. To me, it wasn't the worst MCU movie, but it doesn't seem to have the rewatchability you want in a Marvel movie. Because I think I've only watched it like twice, and I forget about it a lot. So, Medea says the plot was confusing. Wasn't it like you had Tiamat in the center of the earth, and he was going to erupt, and it was going to destroy the earth, and the Eternals were like, but we like it here, and we like these people, so let's not do that. Omari says, at this point, Eternals will be Mahershala Ali's only appearance, Blade, and he's off screen. It is disappointing. Suzuko says, problem was the characters had no buildup, so nobody wanted to see a movie about characters they didn't care about. That's a really good point. There was no emotional investment. Why should we care about these characters? We don't know who they are. Maria says, I would watch Madam Web before Eternals again. Wow. That is serious, Maria. That is serious. I would watch Eternals before I watch Madam Web again. Facts. Facts. Madam Web was, I mean, there were boom mics. Like, in the frame. Like, up here. Like, and you know, the person editing was like, listen, that's the best shot we got. And honestly, this is the least of this movie's problems. Neelan, low-key thought Superman was the greatest comic book film of all time. I've watched that movie more times in the past couple weeks than I'd care to admit. I've seen it a few times. I think it's got a lot of rewatchability. I liked Superman. Okay? I like Superman. Dom says they wasted their money on that Harry Styles cameo. Dude, my daughter went absolutely ape shit. She has been a One Directioner since she was 5. My mic's about to come off again. And she was like, oh my God, do you think we can get a One Direction reunion with this? This is how we do it. I'm like, we're in a movie theater. Sit down. Be quiet. Loki says, yeah, but they didn't do jack about Thanos, which started the whole Phase 5 problem. Oh, Phase 5. Phase 5. See, Travis says, my pitch is Star-Lord show about his life on Earth. Kit Harington shows up with the blade, asking for his help fighting a Celestial, as Star-Lord is the only human who's killed one. And yeah, why aren't you working for Marvel? What are you just doing in my comment section? Shit, dude. Those are some great ideas. Tharuka, good morning. Eternals is so overhated. I actually really liked it. It would have been better as a TV series, as there was so much stuff to cover. You might be onto something there. And again, I liked Eternals. I mean, I didn't really have a big problem with it. I haven't rewatched it a million times like I normally do stuff I like, but I don't feel it has the rewatchability that most other Marvel films do, but I didn't hate it. I do think it is a bit overhated. Like, there's much worse in the MCU to throw all the energy at. Secret Invasion being the biggest, worst offender. Hashtag justice for Maria Hill. I'll never stop. We'll never stop. Well, welcome, my friend. Welcome. And I hope you like and subscribe and come back and see us again. Which direction is One Direction going? I'll have to ask that child. I think it's, straight to the top is the whole point of it, but I'll ask my kid. Did you hear that wheeze? Asthma, man. Asthma. All right. Nayland says, I can't wait to see Parker piss Frank Castle off and learn to never do that again. Admittingly, I'm more excited for Brand New Day than anything next year, including Doomsday. You know what? I don't know what MCU project I can say I'm legit excited for anymore. It's a weird feeling. It's more of a let's just get there kind of feeling. Like, it's more of hopeful, cautious hope or cautious optimism. I don't know what to call it. I miss the days where I was just legit excited for MCU stuff. Like, I think I was a little excited for Fantastic Four, but you get burnt so many times. It's hard to build that hype back up. Now, I do get really excited for DCEU stuff, and I think that's because not a lot has really been explored in the real DC Comics universe. Like Booster Gold. I'm stoked for Booster Gold. Anyone who's been a subscriber to this channel for more than a month knows how excited I am for that. And Paradise Lost. I'm very excited for those projects. But I try not to get too emotionally invested in anything because I don't want to be let down and disappointed. And it's happened so many times. I just don't think my heart can take it. So there are a lot of villains. Mr. Negative is one of them. Let's see if I get Rhino. I think Scorpion's in it. I think well, we know Scorpion's in it. I think the Venom Scorpion, like Scorpion with the Venom symbiote, I think he's in it. So I think Venom's in it. There's so much going on in that film. And I really think they're working hard to try and get Kingpin to show up. Daruka says, I'm excited for Brand New Day and Born Again. I hope. I was excited. Okay, I was excited for Daredevil Born Again. But by the time what episode was I on? Like 6 or 7. I was like, wait, is this season almost over? It feels like it just started. You know? The whole season, to me, felt like prologue. It felt like a preface, like a build up for season 2. So I'm hoping that season 2 is just really explosive with action, because I really wanted that, expected that in season 1, and we did not get it. Okay, guys, I'm going to double check their YouTube page real quick. Nothing yet. Going to check here on Twitter. See if we have anything. Of course, it's saying retry. Well, I don't want to retry. I just want you to work the first time. Or maybe there's so many people searching for it that it's just having a moment. It's struggling. It's having a hard time today. Yep, still nothing. That's okay. We're still having fun, though. Yeah? We're still having fun. Anywho, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Chloe Zhao and her comments on the Eternals not having any kind of limitations whatsoever, leave it in the chat below. Good morning, Maverick Defender. Good morning. Loki says, Mr. Negative was my nickname in college. Dude, it's your nickname now. It's your nickname now. Good morning, Threat. Thought the chair announcement was on Saturday. Now they said the 27th. Well, rumor was the 27th. And so we're just here. We got it pulled up just to see if we're going to catch anything. Like a disease. I don't know. We've got the YouTube channel pulled up. We've got Twitter pulled up. If something drops while we're live, we are definitely going to chat about it. So, okay. Fernando says, Brand New Day is repeating the same mistakes of Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2. Way too many characters. So I'm saying, when I bring that up, people are like, well, Spider-Man is known for battling so many characters at once. I'm like, I know, but it's a lot to handle in a film environment. And lately, the MCU has not really, been able to handle that sort of thing. We'll see. Okay, guys, let's move on. So TMZ is saying that the feud between Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr. is totally fake. I don't entirely buy that. I just don't, because they're two huge actors. They're two huge egos, and they're used to being the centerpiece. So it's not, they're both sarcastic guys who joke around and stuff. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to think that they would butt heads. TMZ's post literally just says Ryan Reynolds, Robert Downey Jr. Doomsday feud is bullshit. They've never met in person. And they've got an article that says it's Doomsday feud is super Huey. Speculation that Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr. had a massive blowout on set of Avengers Doomsday has spread like wildfire online, but the rumors aren't just a load of crap. There's no way it could have happened, TMZ has learned. Here's the deal. The internet subculture devoted to Marvel conjecture cooked up a story that there was a verbal fight on set of Doomsday between two megastars, and fingers were inexplicably pointed at Ryan Reynolds and RDJ. Why them? No clue. A source with direct knowledge tells TMZ Ryan and Robert know each other, sure, but here's the problem with the rumor. They've never actually met in person. From what we hear, the two are friendly, and they even kicked around the idea of an RDJ cameo in Deadpool Wolverine. During the pandemic, they also Zoomed for a celebrity fantasy football league to raise money for their chosen charities. Hardly adversarial. One source tells us Ryan had nothing but respect and adulation for RDJ, but it's also worth noting that Ryan Reynolds, has not even been confirmed to reprise Deadpool in Doomsday. A lot of casting for the flick is all speculation at this point. We've reached out to their representatives. So far, no comment. That's not exactly full confirmation or anything at all. Loki, why them? Because they're undoubtedly the highest paid actors in the whole dumb movie. Yeah. And the what John Rock has said was that Disney, Marvel, was willing to pay millions of dollars to keep them, away from each other on set. Is the cast announcement really happening today? We have no idea. The first cast announcement began at around this time. If I remember correctly, it was around this time. Let me look here. It said, it doesn't say what time. It was just that it was 5 months ago. But I remember it was around this time. And they already had the live, scheduled it up and, saying waiting or whatever. So I think if it was really going to happen today, maybe it would have happened by now. I don't know. But the rumor was it was going to happen today. So here we are. O'Reilly says, I want the argument to have been between Letitia Wright and Evangeline Lilly. Why? When they seem to agree on so much already. I mean, I'd love to hear your work behind that, where you came to that, why. It's a weird one. I still think there was something going on set. Am I fully convinced that it was RDJ and Ryan Reynolds? No. Do I think it's outside the realm of possibility? No. I think it's very possible that it could happen. Why? Because both, they're nuts, and I don't think they're nuts. Stop it. Silly man. Have I seen the soccer TV series with Ryan Reynolds? No, because I don't get soccer. That's why. I'm an American. I know nothing about soccer. Ask me about hockey and baseball. Jade and Tom Holland in Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, that's happening. The whole chair announcement was so stupid, but I did enjoy it. Dude, I ended up just laying in bed with it on my phone and dozing off. And then when they would start that music to swell, I'd wake up and look and okay, so there's a name. Screen cap it, go back to sleep. Soccer, football, whatever. It's constant running. And I don't trust people who run voluntarily for fun and enjoyment. Okay, so real quick, couple other things. We've got Jennifer Holland talking the difference between Amelia Harcourt in season 1 Peacemaker and in season 2
Studios. Now that we know we're interweaving that
she's talking about how she's super excited for the last couple of episodes. So let's hear what she has to say real quick while we continue to wait a few more minutes to see if this announcement happens. I'm going to refresh again real fast and still nothing. Okay, moving on. Amelia Harcourt.
These are the best things that James Gunn has ever made. You heard it here, folks.
I want to talk about Harcourt. When we first met her, she was in the old DC universe, and now we're taking her forward in the new DC universe. What was that conversation like with James when it was season 2 was renewed before he took over as head of DC Studios? Now that we know we're interweaving that canon, how did that change Harcourt, if at all?
I don't think it changed it much. I mean, I think that James, his first goal is always to figure out what is the best story that he can tell, and that is he's always true to that. And he yes.
And he was really burned out when he wrote season 2. He wrote Creature Commandos and Superman back to back congruently at some points, and was kind of burnt out by the time he got to Peacemaker season 2, and wrote a lot of it on vacation with his wife. Yeah, she's not ugly, and she's jacked, man. She is super cut. I am very jealous. She has an amazing, amazing physique. Good for her. Very healthy.
Sometimes he's like, okay, I need to get to this place by the end of it because I think this is where I'm headed, because there's something coming after this. But it doesn't change the depth of the emotional story that he wanted to tell this season.
Very much so. Do you know Harcourt's trajectory?
I don't. I actually don't. I know very little. I would say that I'm incredibly excited for people to watch episode 6 and 8. I'm incredibly excited for people to watch the entire season. Really, I love it. I'm so proud of it. I think
6 and 8.
Everyone put their all into it. But are they the best things that he's done? I don't know. He's just made so much incredible stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, if it gets people to watch the show, these are the best things that James Gunn has ever made. You heard it here, folks. These are the.
So there you go. I love Peacemaker. I loved season 1. I've enjoyed the first episode so far. Dongs be damned. Hopefully we don't get like a boys situation and it's every single episode, because that'll be like, all right, that's enough for me. That's too much dong. I can't handle anymore. That is exactly what she said. But I do love her as Harcourt. I think she's really, really good. She's definitely put the time in at the gym for it also. So good for her. Good for her. No. So if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about this little interview that Jennifer Holland did with Screen Rant, talking Harcourt, DCU versus DCEU, and the 2 episodes she's most excited about, leave it in the comment below. Maria says, has she been in any non-gun projects? That is an amazing question, because I don't recall ever seeing her before Suicide Squad, I imagine. Oh, so she was in American Pie Book of Love, Zombie Strippers. She was in Brightburn. That's also a gun project. Well, technically Black Adam and Shazam were not gun projects. She was in Bones. She was in a lot of like B-movie horror stuff. So she's kind of a B-movie chick before she got with James, I'm assuming. So the answer you're looking for is not much. Yeah, Zombie Strippers. Zombie Strippers. You might want to look into that. Oh my goodness. And of course, the drama between the creators of South Park continues. Well, the drama between them and Paramount continues, not between each other. Now, for those of you who may not know, South Park has been around since 96, I want to say. Good morning. Is it Vitaconics? We don't know. It's just been a rumor that it was going to happen today. And we've been sitting around waiting. We're going to wait for just a couple more minutes and then we're going to take off. But it's just a rumor. We're just waiting. Whatever comes out, we will cover. So there you have it. South Park is saying season 27 won't air a new episode until September 3rd, which will be 2 weeks after the August 20th installment. The scheduling pattern may be the new normal as the franchise creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone require more time to complete episodes, which is crazy considering they never did that before. They perfected a system like 20 years ago, and that's what they've done. So I think it has a lot to do with the merger issues. We talked about this a month or two ago where they just straight said, fuck you to the studios. That they were ruining their show. So, and it's not wanting to pull up this article so I can tell you more about it. But since I was 16 years old, when a season of South Park aired, it came out every single week, like normal TV shows. And is it not strange that they don't have that season completed? So are they just airing episodes as they make them now? They've never done that before, ever. It's wild to think. That's wild to think. You always make a full season and it doesn't air until that full season is completed. That way you just load it up, send it off to, your affiliates all over the country, and it's scheduled and airs. It's all very computerized these days. So this is wild. It's absolutely wild to think that they're working on the season as it airs. It's absolutely crazy. So, very crazy. South Park season 27 delays explained. Plans could change, but the current release pattern would mean that 27 would conclude on December 10th, according to one source close to the producers. What they're doing means this year's episodes need more time than usual to put together to finish. What the show is doing right now is putting the specific spotlight on Trump. Trump is shown as having an affair with Satan being the more reasonable half. However, more than those cutaway scenes with the U.S. president, Comedy Central staple is now taking aim at the Trump administration's ICE raids and arrests, among other policies. So much happening right now in just one day with Trump. No one's going to sacrifice getting it right, even if we have to push to getting it to air. And if that makes the season longer, so be it, the source goes. South Park has always been topical, but it has more eyes on it than usual. Season's 27th second episode drew over 6 million viewers in its first 3 days alone, representing a notable increase from the show's performance in similar periods. There has been some speculation that Paramount, officially under the ownership of Skydance, may bristle against the animated comedy's mockery, according to a source at the company, per the reporting. That's not the case. The numbers are great. The show is getting a lot of attention. If they want to give us a 20-week season for 10 episodes, that's okay, the source assures. I think the last quote from the source may be the most important. Stone and Parker have a $1.5 billion exclusive 5-year license agreement with Paramount, with 50 new episodes planned for the next 5 years. The show is being lauded by some for biting the hand that feeds them, but it may be truer to say that as long as the enterprise remains profitable, the executives won't mind being a punchline for South Park. That's the way it should be. And here's the thing. South Park makes fun of everyone equally. They don't discriminate. They make fun of everyone. So I see them as more middle of the road than anything, everyone gets their turn. Everyone gets their turn being the butt of the joke for South Park. So I'm going to refresh again on the Marvel pages. Nothing there. And we're going to look over here. And nothing new here. So, doesn't look like it's happening, at least not right now. They didn't make fun of. See, I haven't really sat and watched South Park in a very long time. So that's a problem. You got to make fun. You got to make fun of everyone equally. So there you have it. There you have it. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything from Marvel. It looks like either the rumor wasn't true or it's just later or tomorrow or never. I don't know. But we were watching. If anything happens, I will let you guys know. And we can go over it during another stream and stuff like that. But I had fun talking to you guys. I had fun hanging out. I hope you guys hit the like button and subscribed. Welcome all the new people. If you would like to help support the channel, liking this video, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, sharing is the easiest and freest way possible to support the channel. But there's other ways, like that QR code right there. It's going to take you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua. You can tip us as little or as much as you like. Every dime goes to helping keep this on the air. Sorry, okay, it's like right there. But I actually wore makeup today, and I don't want to wipe off my makeup. Anywho, that's just one way you can help support the channel. Of course, again, the freest way is by watching things. And remember, leave me some comments because it's very engagement driven. And we are doing the giveaway, and we are this close to actually being able to finish the giveaway and select a lucky randomly chosen subscriber to win a custom designed comics and hoodie and a $50 gift card for Amazon courtesy of CJack Productions. We are 100 hours away. That's nothing. That's nothing. So keep the playlists going. And hopefully by the end of this week, beginning of next week, we can do the giveaway. I'm so excited. Let's go. All right. So there's the Buy Me a Coffee app if you want to help pitch in. There's also Cash App. You can Cash at me. And you can check out the official Nerdling Army over at Patreon. Patreon.com/comics and gets you exclusive content, early access, exclusive chat rooms, request lines, exclusive merch that you get every 3 months for the first year of membership. You get to be a moderator for the channel. Your name goes in the end credits of every video. All of that for as little as $3 a month. And it helps me keep this going. So go to patreon.com/comics and to discover more of the Nerdling Army, the official Nerdling Army. We also have a merch store, which I just put up like 100 new products yesterday. I have 4 new designs, or technically 5 new designs up on the merch store. There's like 3 for you Buffy fans out there. And there's 2 for you Revival fans. I'm very proud of them. I love these new designs. I'm going to have to like sell feet pics so I can order some of my own products because they are super cool. So go to comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com to check out the new designs I dropped on the merch store yesterday. I'm also an affiliate for Leash Boss. So if you have a pup, like my dog is turning 10 years old on Tuesday. So he's getting a party. He's actually getting a birthday party. So I'm going to order him some presents from Leash Boss. And using this link saves you 15%. Also, Zenny Optical. I'm getting new glasses from Zenny Optical. I cannot wait to show them off to you guys. They're the new IQ lenses. They block infrared and blue light, and they transition to sunglasses. So very excited. Cannot wait to show you guys. I can't wait for them to get here. I love Zenny Optical. So if you need new glasses, sunglasses, whatever, prescription, otherwise, check out my link in the description below. It will save you 10% off. Also an affiliate for like Cora's Vault, where you can get superhero collectibles and merch. TikTok, CapCut. Still, I need someone to check out these links. I don't know what they do. So someone check out these links and then text me or message me or get at me on social media and tell me what they do or don't do, or show up for another stream and tell me what they do or don't do. I would love to hear what those things do. Anyway, this podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to educate and entertain you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to enjoy more of the Red 5 family of podcasts and stuff. So go to red5.bio.link today to check out the Red 5 Network. What do we got in the chat? Hello. Good morning, RFL. Is it happening? The second announcement? We don't know. It was a rumor, and we waited around all day to see if it was happening. And thank you, Jaden. I appreciate that. It's very nice. The Chairs video should end with RDJ and Ryan Reynolds hugging it out. Ha! That's funny. Good morning, Jake's Review. I really just want to see Daredevil and Punisher in this movie. That would be wild. That'd be really cool. It's unfair how random characters like the new Falcon can be in this movie, but not characters that actually care about. Yeah, I get you. I do. But guys, that's all I got for you today. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully we'll talk about some casting announcements if they actually do happen today. Sorry that they didn't. Again, I said from the start, this was a rumor that's been going around for a while. And I was hoping to catch it and see their new end tables or Adirondack chairs, whatever they got that they want to show off. But you guys take care. Stay nerdy, my friends. And I will catch you in the next one. Keep your eyes peeled just in case, because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.